Hello, this is Jacob Gift, and this is my final project. For the new merge, we're going to have to get all new computers for both sides, uh, both the old company and the new company, just because everybody's kind of using old computers and we want to get everybody up to date. So, for first of all, we're going to need to get the marketing computers. These are going to have to be a little bit more powerful to handle like graphic stuff, everything like that. So, we're going to go with the Dell Precision M3800 workstation. It has an Intel Core i7 processor, and that will be good for just handling the the programs that will need to be compiled on that computer. So, and it's also going to have 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM running at 1600 megahertz, and it's going to have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and that's solid state hybrid drive. So, I chose a hybrid because the hybrid actually remembers what programs you open a lot, and it will speed everything up within that program. So it's really nice on that aspect. Um, we got the NVIDIA Quadro 2 gigabyte GDDR5 video card, which would be great for handling those graphics as what they'll be doing for picture editing and video editing. Now, as far as computers for everybody else, they're going to have the Dell Latitude E5430, and that's going to include a third generation i7, and the marketing one was a fourth gen, by the way, and that's going to be at looks like that, yeah. So it's also going to be upgradable to an Intel V Pro, which is just a little bit higher, but just in case some specific person needs an upgrade, they're available. It's going to have both computers going to have Windows 7 operating system. This for the computer for everybody is going to have a 500 gigabyte hard drive, just a regular SATA drive, 4 gigs of RAM, DDR3, and it will have a let's see, just a regular Express video card, and that should do it for them. As far as accounting software, we're gonna have everybody on Intuit payroll system, and I chose this because everybody can do their own payroll. When people fill it out, it'll just be submitted and filed to their manager, and their manager will pre-approve it, and then it will be submitted up top, and they'll do payroll. HR will finalize it and pay, and that's all an automated system as well. You can get the version that they just submit the hours, and it's all automated on Intuit side. They'll process all the checks and everything like that. So that's why I chose that accounting software. And using all those other ones, the old company was just not very good. I guess it wasn't a very good option just because everybody wants to be on the same payroll, and this just gets confusing. As far as graphic design software, I'm gonna do Adobe Creative Cloud, and then what that is, it gives them a base software for all basically Adobe products that are mainstream, such as Dreamweaver, Photoshop, things like that, for the marketing guys. So that's definitely gonna help for them. Photoshop is a great tool with amazing functionality. I mean, and then you can bring it over into Dreamweaver, which is even better. I mean, it's a great program, and everybody can use it pretty quickly, and it's just very powerful. So I'm going to choose that for the graphic design software. For browser, I'm going to go ahead and go with just Internet Explorer IE, just because it's a standard. That's a standard of browsers, and pretty much every site is built to support Internet Explorer. It also has options, to go through a proxy, all pushed out from the server, to like block certain sites, just stuff like that. Basically, more security, and it's just better overall. I prefer Chrome, but it's not good in a business environment. As far as overall security, computers will have, for internal, they'll have McAfee security, and McAfee is just a great overall. It's overall just a great program that will stop the the average stuff that you're gonna come into as far as viruses and everything. You're never gonna be able to stop everything. You're always gonna have to have an IT group that will remove viruses, fix failed hard drives, stuff like that. And as far as external, every computer is gonna have a computer lock and a privacy screen, just for extra security. And yeah, that's how we're gonna do it with security. On the operating system, it's going to be Windows 7, just like the regular computers. Everybody's going to be on Windows 7. It's just going to be a standard. It'll make it a lot easier for the IT support, and I chose that because it's a stable system. It's a stable operating system. It's been out for a while, has regular patches, and maybe in the future upgrade to Windows 8. But that just hasn't been out long enough to be very stable for a business environment, in my opinion. So that is why I chose Windows 7. As far as the server side operating system, though, again, I went with an older version, so I'm going to go with Windows Server 2008 R2, and I chose that because over the 2012, because like I said, it's a stable system, still gets regular updates, and it works. So don't try I guess fixing something that's not broken, and that works fine. When you get into the backup system, that's when it gets, as far as for me, it gets kind of iffy. Just on do you really need a weekly back? I mean, a nightly backup, or would a weekly be fine? So I went ahead and went with a cloud storage incremental daily backup. So it's actually going to be at night when no one's there. It's going to be, and I say incremental by, it's going to go by name, and it'll do maybe, let's say 15, I'd say, yeah, probably about 20 a night. So in 2 nights, 3 nights, it's going to have everybody backed up, and then it'll restart. And that's on top of the local server weekly and monthly. And that cloud storage is just something to fall back on if something were to happen to the local servers, because things can always happen. Something burned down or something, just something bad like that. Additional equipment. Everybody's gonna need printers. Everybody's gonna need stuff like that. So we're gonna go with the Multi-Express color laser printer from Samsung, and everybody for phones, for external phones, it's gonna be iPhones, just because it's only one maker that makes that, and it's easier for tech support to be able to help with that. And it's just going to be one version of the iPhone, one generation, and that's it. And then when a new one comes out, everybody upgrades. So it just makes it easier for tech like support to be able to figure out other people's problems, and you don't have like Android where there's 500 phone manufacturers for that OS. So that is what I'm going to choose for that. And I honestly don't really think, just because adding 10 new members to the company, we actually need to switch to, I mean, rent a new building. I'm sure there could be 10 freed up spots. So as far as that, I feel like it could be different on that aspect, just because like I said, you don't really need to. That's a whole new rent. That's whole new. You got to lease a new building, stuff like that. It's a lot more of a headache. So personally, I would not go to a new building, and I would just make room for 10 more people. So yeah, that is my final. And this was Jacob Gift. Have a good one. Bye.